There are nights when your mind refuses to rest. Your body is tired, but your thoughts are wide awake. You think about tomorrow, the bills, the pressure, the expectations, the version of you that you are not yet. You imagine conversations that haven't happened, failures that don't exist, losses that haven't come. And slowly, your peace is stolen by a future that isn't real. But what if the future isn't your enemy? What if your obsession with controlling it is? What if peace isn't found by predicting tomorrow, but by standing fully inside today? If this kind of calm strength speaks to you, subscribe to Real Stoic Word, and let's build a mind that does not shake under pressure. Epictetus was not born powerful. He was born a slave. He had no control over his body, no control over his future, no control over his pain. Yet he became one of the calmest minds in history. He taught something simple, yet terrifying. Some things are in our control, and others are not. This one sentence still destroys modern anxiety, because today we try to control everything. We refresh our phones, we check our bank balance, we worry about aging, we worry about trends, we worry about what people might think. We are exhausted, not because life is hard, but because we fight to control what was never ours. Epictetus didn't promise a safe future. He promised a steady mind, and that is more powerful. Have you ever lost peace over something that never even happened? The Stoics never tried to escape uncertainty. They accepted it. They understood something we forgot. The future is not something you conquer. It is something you respect. You don't own tomorrow. You don't command fate. You don't dictate outcomes. And that truth isn't meant to make you weak. It's meant to make you free. Because when you stop trying to control the storm, you stop drowning in it. We scroll, we compare, we plan 10 years ahead, and still feel empty. Because calm is not built by prediction, it is built by presence. You do not find peace by thinking further. You find peace by standing firmer. Do you live more in tomorrow or in today? If this message feels real to you, press the like button, not for the algorithm, but so this message reaches someone who is silently struggling with the future. You never know who needs this today.
Here is your first Stoic practice. 1. Separate control from illusion. Ask yourself quietly, what is mine to control and what is not? You can't control timing. You can't control how people feel. You can't control outcomes. But you can control your effort, your honesty, your discipline. That is enough. When the mind wants to run 10 years ahead, gently pull it back and say, today is where my power lives. 2. Stop borrowing pain from tomorrow. Worry is imaginary suffering. You are paying emotional debt for something that hasn't charged you yet. Ask yourself, am I suffering from something real or from something imagined? Most of the time, it's imagined. In the next part, we will explore how Epictetus trained the mind to stay calm, even when life collapses, even when plans fail, even when the future feels dark. And here's a question to stay with you. What future fear has been stealing your peace lately? Drop it in the comments. You may be surprised how many others are fighting the same invisible battle.
Right now, there is something you're afraid will happen. A phone call that hasn't come. A result you haven't seen. A decision you fear might break your life. And even though it hasn't happened, your body reacts like it already has. That is the cost of living in the future. But what if fear isn't a warning? What if it's a misfired survival instinct? If you made it this far, you are not weak. You are learning how to be dangerous in silence. Epictetus taught that the mind is like a wild horse. If you let it run, it will throw you. But if you train it, it will carry you through fire. Even Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, wrote private reminders to himself that echoed Epictetus. Do not let your thoughts about the whole of life crush you. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. Epictetus owned nothing. Yet both agreed on this truth. You can survive anything if your mind does not collapse first. And this teaching matters now more than ever. Today, fear has become entertainment. We scroll disasters, we binge fear, we imagine worst-case lives. And over time, your nervous system forgets what peace feels like. Do you feel like your mind is always preparing for disaster? Epictetus did not stop people from planning. He taught them to detach from the outcome. Plan, but don't obsess. Work, but don't worship results. Prepare, but don't panic. He believed something radical. You do not prepare for the future by fearing it. You prepare it by strengthening your character. Character cannot be stolen. Timing can. Money can. People can. But character stays. The future becomes less frightening when you trust who you are becoming. You don't need control of tomorrow if you have control of yourself today. Are you trying to control outcomes or mastering yourself? If this perspective is helping you breathe easier, drop a simple like so YouTube knows to share this calm with others who are overwhelmed. Your small action may bring someone else peace. Here are the next Stoic practices. 3. Negative visualization. This sounds dark, but it is powerful. Imagine losing something you love, briefly, not to suffer, but to appreciate. When you mentally lose what you have, you stop panicking about what you don't. Suddenly, this moment is enough. 4. Voluntary discomfort. Do small, hard things on purpose. Wake up a little earlier. Take the colder shower. Walk when you could rest. Why? Because a man who trains himself to be uncomfortable does not fear an uncertain future. Your mind whispers, I've suffered before. I survived. And that is power. What is one small discomfort you could choose today? Most people are not afraid of the future. They are afraid of losing themselves in it. They are afraid that pressure will break them, that failure will define them, that loss will erase them. But Epictetus would remind you, you are not your job. You are not your outcome. You are not your bank account. You are your response. And that cannot be touched by fate. In the final part, we will explore how to live day to day with a calm mind, even when life is unclear, unfair, and unpredictable. Before we continue, tell me, what future scenario triggers your anxiety the most? Career? Money? Relationships? Health? Write just one word in the comments. You are not alone.
The future will arrive, no matter how much you fear it, no matter how much you try to escape it, no matter how much you prepare, it will come. The only question is, will you arrive shaking or grounded? Most people spend their lives preparing to be broken. The Stoics prepared to be unshaken. You are not here by accident. You are here because your mind is ready for strength. Epictetus never taught luxury. He taught clarity. He never promised success. He promised stability. He taught that peace is built in ordinary moments.
When plans fail, breathe. When people disappoint you, breathe. When time feels uncertain, breathe. It sounds simple, but simple is not easy. The ability to stay calm when everything feels unsure is a form of quiet dominance. Retention question. When life breaks your plans, do you panic or adapt? The future becomes terrifying only when your identity is fragile. If your worth depends on success, the future scares you. If your worth depends on outcomes, the future controls you. But if your worth is rooted in character, the future loses its power. Epictetus believed this deeply. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do. This is not weakness. This is freedom. You stop begging life for permission to be calm. You stop bargaining with fate. You stop arguing with reality. You become steady. Retention question. Is your peace tied to outcomes or grounded inside you? Here are the final practices. 5. Morning grounding ritual. Before touching your phone, say quietly, "Today I may face delay, I may face ignorance, I may face pain, but I will not lose myself." This prepares you to walk forward steady. 6. Evening release ritual. Before sleeping, ask, "What did I control well today? Where did I lose balance?" No judgment, only awareness. 7. The discipline of presence. When anxiety attacks, name 5 things you can see, 4 you can feel, 3 you can hear. This pulls you back to now, where your power lives. Retention question. Do you start your day with awareness or with chaos? You don't need to know the future. You need to trust yourself. You don't need certainty. You need stability. The people who suffer most are not those with difficult futures, but those with fragile minds. You are not fragile. You are being built. The storm is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal you. If this message brought calm into your spirit, share it with someone who is silently worried about tomorrow. And tell me in the comments, what is one fear of the future you are ready to release today? Your words may be the strength someone else needs to read. Subscribe to Real Stoic Word, a place for quiet minds and strong souls. Stay grounded, stay unshaken, stay stoic.